I know most people have seen this whack job, but this isn't the only one. There's other ones outright saying, no, it would be better if he was dead. Obviously, she's screaming that somebody brought a rifle or an AR-15 and they missed by a centimeter, and she's upset. But she's not the only Democrat. So I just like to say that this is the reason why I've always said the Democrats don't have empathy. I mean, literally, I felt like this my whole adult life. It's a fake empathy. Because when you really watch them at work, they literally don't have it. They only have it when the news tells them to have it. And then they have it over things that are like nuts. Okay, we're going to go out and march so that we can kill the baby in the 9th month, as if that's not a human being. So, and other whack job things, okay? So to me, I've always sat back and like, no, that's not empathy. The news tells you that because they're controlling you, but that's not empathy. So that is not the party of empathy. That's not the party of care. The Republicans are. The Republicans will just say it straight. That's the reason the Democrats always want to get all upset. It's like, yeah, because you don't like to hear honesty. So I listened for a couple hours. I don't know how I did it. But just listened to this live because, Biden has stepped down now or is passing the torch. And the first few minutes of this live, it was like all Democrats and, wondering what people think about Kamala and who she should pick as vice and all this. And literally, this was a couple of the things said, okay? Now, just remember before I say these that this is the left that always likes to put down the right as if we're stupid, that Republicans are stupid. They're just gun-loving, crazy people who don't have one brain cell. Okay, so just keep that in mind when I read this. One person in the live, and everybody agreed, said, I would vote even if Biden was in a persistent vegetative state. Would still vote for Biden. Would still vote blue, even if he was in a persistent vegetative state. Then someone else said, vote blue if it's a rabbit turd. Vote blue if it's a rabbit turd. And literally that's what they all said. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the person is half alive. It doesn't matter if they're competent. It doesn't matter if they're cognitively there. It just matters that Donald Trump doesn't win. Yet that's the side that wants to say that Republicans are stupid. But they're the side that thinks they have empathy and they don't. And then they don't have a brain either, because literally saying I would have still voted for Biden even in a persistent vegetative state. Like, so they can't even recognize that their hate is what drives them more than anything. Their hate. And instead of them having enough decency, or really, I should say courage, enough courage to look inside themselves at why you would support somebody in a persistent vegetative state, rather than look at why do I hate this other person so much, because likely the problem is me. Well, that doesn't show you're very smart. It shows you're either corrupt or you just do not want to look at the fact that the media has controlled you to believe all this nonsense about Donald Trump, and that maybe you're wrong, because you're certainly not the party that cares. Then they went on in this live to say, one guy these are regulars on TikTok that are for the Democrats. I come across them all the time. They're the kind of they got like the millions of followers kind of stuff. So this one guy who's a big one on here said Republicans just don't give a shit. Now, just think about that. You just watched this Democrat carry on because Trump is still alive. Republicans just don't give a shit. And then they have no morals. But look at all of these people that are Democrats carrying on about, no, he needs to be dead because he's immoral. That's what they say. Donald Trump's immoral, so he should be dead. Like, these people, no, they're unhinged, okay? But the mere fact that they think that they're smarter, that they think that they care, it it just shows that there are a bunch of people that have absolutely no interest into looking at themselves. Because if you would rather vote for a rabbit turd or a person that's in a persistent vegetative state, also that Donald Trump doesn't get in, then you're the problem. Yeah, you're the problem, because that's completely an idiot.